Happy Thursday, guys. It's Miss San Juan. Yes, I'm wearing sunglasses. This distance learning has been rough on my skin. My eyes are looking tired, so until further notice, this is what you're going to see. I have come up with a solution, though, to our little drawing issue. Boom. Can you see me? Hello, guys. I'm at the bottom corner. Anything that I need to draw or show you on a whiteboard will now be here. We are going to continue with equivalent fractions today on this beautiful Thursday morning. Just picking up where we left off yesterday. For the majority, most of you did really well in the exit slip, so today should just be more of a review. I'm not pacing it too quickly, so more practice the better. So let's look at this question right away. Tori and Louise just had a new pool built in their backyard. Tori says that half of their backyard is covered by the pool. Louise says 2/4 of their backyard is covered by the pool. Why are they both correct? All right, so you can see there in the picture that it is very important when we are talking about equivalent fractions that we are comparing it to the same size shapes, such as this. If they are not the same size, then we can't say they're equivalent or not. Okay, so in terms of this pool, both pictures show the same size, but the only difference is one is cut in 2 pieces, the half, and one is cut in 4ths, as so. Okay, now when they're shading in, you can see that the pictures are identical, which means they're equivalent. What I wanted, and I started to talk about yesterday, was to show you not only in pictures, but just to get our feet wet in looking at how do we know if they're equivalent. If, oh man, Miss San Juan, my drawings are just not the best. I can't tell if they're equal or not. How can I find out? Well, I'm going to show you our first little strategy trick in determining if fractions are equal or equivalent. So we're going to do it with this one. We have half and 2/4, as you can see here. Okay, so what we are doing is, it's called the butterfly method. Again, if you're not comfortable with this, then just perfect your drawings. This is just an option for some if you feel more comfortable. But with the butterfly method, and I'm showing you right here, the reason it's called the butterfly method is because you're going to do a little crisscross like this, and it kind of looks like a butterfly. Now, you're saying, why do I do that? Well, that number 1 right here, circled with the 4, means I'm going to multiply those 2 numbers together and put the answer on top. So 4 times 1 is 4, and you can see that right here. Now 2 times 2 also has to get multiplied, and 2 times 2 will get you 4 again. And that's the fastest way to find out if fractions are equal. It's the butterfly method, and they say, okay, well, they both came up with a total of 4. That means they are equal. The picture also could have shown you that. So you have to understand why they're both correct. What that means is you have to be able to explain with words, how do you know they're equal? Well, they cover the same amount of area for the same size shape rectangle. It's covering the same amount. So that's how you know that both Tori and Louise, even though they said it in different fractions, they're saying the same fraction. And for the ones who have the tiles at home and are practicing with the tiles at home, 1/2, and I'm going to draw it again. Give me 1 second to draw it with my chocolate bar. And knowing that 4ths are cousins of halves, here's my 2 equal sized chocolate bars. Half of the chocolate bar would get colored in, for half. And if I eat 2 pieces of this bottom chocolate bar, or 2 pieces out of 4, I ate the same amount of chocolate. And we can go on. We can even go with eighths. And I can build the same chocolate bar, same size, because we know they're all cousins. First I'm going to half it, then I'm going to half it again, and then I'm going to split it down the middle. So here's my eighths. Now that same size chocolate bar I cut into 8 pieces. Well, how many would I need to have to eat the same amount as the other 2? I'll give you a second to figure that out. The correct answer is I would have need to eat in 4. So 4/8, 2/4, and 1/2 are all equal or equivalent fractions. They are all the same. Okay? And even if some of you may not have guessed it, but I can even test out the 4/8. I'm going off in a little tangent here, but it's okay. And test it with the 1/2. And some of you are like, oh, let me try that butterfly method, Miss Hinwan said. Okay. So we're going to cross here. 4 times 2 is 8. And then we're going to cross the other 2, make that butterfly, and 8 times 1 is 8. They're equal fractions. Simpler method. When we get to bigger fractions and you don't want to draw where the denominator is much greater than 8, then that's another way you can practice. All right, let me continue down. And this is just explaining here. Ben, this one's actually saying Ben draws a different model and says, your pool covers 4/6 of the backyard. Well, let's see, Ben. He drew the same size rectangle. Do you agree with Ben? Why or why not? This is the time where you should be yelling at the computer to me and saying, I agree, I disagree. I'm going to go ahead and say I disagree with Ben, and the first reason is, are Ben's parts equal? Are Ben's parts equal? Are all 6 of his parts equal? And the answer should be no, because there are obviously 2 bigger ones here, and then the other 4 pieces are equal, which means we cannot use this as a fraction. Not this picture, at least. Now here we have 4/8, and yes, that one, like we just did on the board, is equal to Tori and Louise. So if he were to say your pool covered 4/8 of the backyard, then Ben would be correct. But if Ben said 4/6, you can draw it out, or you can even test it on our butterfly method. And this is to also see how the butterfly method can say how the fractions are not equal. If I put 4/6 and 1/2 on the board, and I make my butterfly wings like so. 4 times 2 is 8, and 6 times 1 is 6. They are not equal, therefore they are not equivalent fractions. Another way to test that out. If you feel comfortable doing that, then you are more than welcome to start doing that to figuring out your equivalent fractions. All right, let's see this one together. If the pool had been built in a different part of the yard, can we still say the fraction of space covered by the pool is equivalent? Why or why not? Can we say these are equivalent? And some of you might say, no, they're not equivalent anymore. They don't look the same. But the first thing you need to be asking is, are those rectangles the same size? And if you look at the orange border, those rectangles are the same exact size. So who is to say that you have to cut the rectangle the same way? You do not. Both of those are showing half the volume of the pool. They just decided one to cut it one way, and then in the same size rectangle, they cut it a different way. But that fraction, and I'm coloring it in here for you to see, even though they look different, they're the same. That is half. These are equivalent. So this is why you want to be careful with drawings and not jump to conclusions that they are not equivalent fractions just because they don't look the same. Because even if they don't look the same, if they still have 1 out of 2 parts shaded and all those parts are equal with each other, then yes, that is an equivalent fraction. Same way as if I were to draw, let's do it this way. Are these equivalent fractions? We'll look at each rectangle. They both have 4 equal parts. Both rectangles are the same size. And they both have 2 shaded. So even though that second bottom rectangle did not shade the 2 on the leftmost of the rectangle and decided to skip one, it does not matter. They have shaded the exact same space for each. So these are equivalent pictures of 2/4. So be very careful, and this is why you want to slow down and do things slowly, because questions on practice sheets may not look exactly alike. They might move things around. It's still equivalent if they have the same denominator and the same part shaded. All right, so perfect. This is exactly what I said just a few seconds ago. 3/4 can look differently based on how many parts is covered in the square. So even though we say, oh, here are 4 parts, I'm only going to pick one, which is this one, because this is equal to here. That is true, but it's a select all. It's a circle all. And there are 2 other ones that are just as equal to 4ths. And if you said it was these 2, you are correct. Here we have 8ths, and they did 6 of them, 6/8. Well, if you just erase the inside lines, guys, these have the same amount colored in yellow. Even this one, they just cut this one differently. This is still 6/8. These 2 are actually the same fraction, just cut differently. And the only rule with the fractions is this square has to have equal parts throughout. It doesn't have to match this one. They just have to have equal parts, and these are both 6/8. And 6/8 is equivalent to 3/4. And you can tell here by the pictures that they have the same amount of space. And then you can even do the butterfly method to verify that. But I want you to still do which one you're more comfortable practicing. There is a Khan Academy video following this. If you need additional information or more practice, he'll give you more practice on equivalent fractions using visuals. Don't forget to do the independent practice, guys. And then there is an exit slip again for today. Tomorrow is Friday, so let's just push on through, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.